Alright, vinyl community, time for a collection update. Why not do a collection update? In the background we're listening to a little bit of Razor's Evil Invaders album. I'm on a little bit of a old Razor kick at the moment. That cassette comes from a Razor box set. All the albums on tape. So, I'm not the biggest black metal fan, as you know, but I wanted to listen to some black metal, and I specifically wanted to listen to that one, but I didn't had that anymore in the collection. I sold that years and years ago. So, Dark Funerals, The Secrets of the Black Art. I found that for a couple of euros, and it's the original No Fashion pressing of that CD. So got that back in the collection. Good driving music, makes you drive fast. Next up, speaking about driving, I had last week I had this one on in my car, with bands like Vital Remains, Banished, Dissection, Mortar Skuld, Therion, At the Gates, Eucharist, Pitch Shifter, stuff like that. And UK death metal heroes, Impaler were on that. I never bothered to buy that album when it came out in 1992, so I took a look around and found a Peaceful reissue CD of the album Charnel Deity. There you go. Old school British death metal, the vocals sound very British to me. The music is a little bit of Cancer mixed with some Celtic Frost riffing. The production is really raw, very underground. I like it that way, so I'm glad I found that for a good price. Impaler and their 1992 album Charnel Deity. Next up, okay. The week before last week I had a couple of friends over here, and we visited some record shops. So, namely, that was Andy Cloudy Milder, Mark G with a C, and world famous Metal Mickey. If you want to see a video of that, if you haven't watched that already, go over to Mike's channel and watch the Almighty video, which was filmed in my living room when the guys were over here. So, we were talking about, I did some deals with the guys. In my local record store, this little gem was sitting on the shelves for 25 euros in almost near mint condition. Yeah, the guys looked at it, especially Mark. He had it in his hands a couple of times and he was always like, no, I'm not gonna spend 25 euros for basically 3 songs. So I had a copy in my collection that was not really beaten up. The record is near mint as well, but it had a little punch hole in here, and it was the RC pressing. But I wanted to get the Steamhammer version because I'm a little bit, yeah, I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. So I made Mark an offer. I sold him my copy for way cheaper than this was, and I saved the money I got for my old copy, and I bought that for 25 euros. So, why I wanted the Steamhammer pressing? And I wanted it in near mint condition because of that. Old pressing, near mint condition of their very first album, that was in my collection already. So the Rise Above EP now matches with that one, and it matches with that one. Again, near mint condition on the Steamhammer label. So now my old Evil Dead collection is the way I always wanted it to be. Next up, I saw an ad for a re-release of that one. 1994's Edge of Sanity's Until Eternity Ends EP, finally out on vinyl. I bought the CD when it came out in '94, but this one was never ever released on vinyl. But it was missing in my collection. I've got all the other stuff apart from that debut album, but never had that one, obviously. Look at the track list. Here's the original EP on side 1. Until Eternity Ends is a great song. Eternal Eclipse is a little bit of an epic. Bleed is a dirty, punky, old school death metal song, very much in the vein of very early Entombed. Invisible Sun is a cover of an old Sting song, and it's got the same track list on side B. So the thing is, Edge of Sanity, if you didn't know, is Dan Svanö's project, or it was a band back then, and he remixed the whole EP. So you've got the original and the remix on one piece of vinyl. It has the lyrics. The original CD hadn't had lyrics, and you've got a little bit of a history of the EP. Very, very hard to read. So I had to get it. Okay, let's show you the vinyl. It's just black. Centerings look the same on both sides. And the hype sticker says, Edge of Sanity, Until Eternity Ends, reissue of the 4-track EP from 1994 for its 30th anniversary. First time ever on vinyl, I told you that already, including a remixed version on side B, I told you that already. Alright, 180 gram vinyl. For an EP, pretty expensive, but yeah, I needed it. Another one, I thought long about getting it or not getting it. Well, I had to buy it. Immortalis, the 15th album from Overkill, finally released on a black vinyl. And it's got like pop-up cover or whatever you call that. The track list. And since I bought that, this album grew a little bit on me. It's still very much at the bottom of my Overkill ranking, but it's a little bit better. Devils in the Mist, for example, is a great song. Overkill 5, the brand, is a pretty cool song, although still my least favorite of the Overkill saga. This one came with an inner sleeve, no lyrics for that album. The inside of the record is printed, so you've got a little bit of that Charlie symbol in here. Like I said, just black vinyl. I prefer black vinyl. A lot of you guys do, I know that. Custom centerings that look pretty cool. I already have that on vinyl. I bought it when it came out in 2007, but my copy was always this one. It sounds okay, but yeah, it's a picture disc. So I'm glad I finally have it on a real LP, so to say. So that was the stickers. This one was limited to 2000 and it goes for stupid money now. But I got that when it came out, yeah. I did look around a little bit on eBay for cheap CDs. So I found something. The auction ended 2 days later when I looked it up, and there was no bids on that piece that I'm gonna show you right now. And I did my bid and it was really cheap, and I never cared, but I won the auction. So for under 20 euros I got that one. This is the Dying Alive box set, live 2012 on the not Gods of Violence, yeah, I'm gonna tell you in a minute. So 20 euros for that one. The hype sticker is still in here. It comes with a DVD and a Blu-ray. It has the whole concert on 2 CDs, and it's got a bonus CD that comes with bonus tracks, demos and rehearsal tracks from 2011. And it has, that's always a little bit difficult to show, it has a really nice booklet with pictures and lyrics and liner notes. So I looked it up. The average price is about 40 or 50 euros, so I got a really good deal. Not Gods of Violence, but damn it, it was. I'm so stupid. I'm gonna do a creator deep dive on the Heavy Metallurgy channel in on September 13th, and I think what I do right now is disqualify myself from it. So Marty, if you're watching, Alan, probably I'm not the right guy for the creator deep dive. Phantom Antichrist, there you go. So nice to have. I had the DVD as in a DVD format when it came out, but for under 20 euros, okay, why not? Next up, I needed something to read, and that one came out a couple of weeks ago, Beyond the Black, the story of Metal Church. So I'm only, as you can see in the beginning, Metal Church is one of my top 25 bands. So a book about them, why not? A lot of written words, of course, from the beginnings, throughout the years, on 360 pages. So, like I said, I can't tell you too much about it. I'm only in the beginning, where Kurt Vanderhoof started playing music and doing his first bands. He comes from a punk background. That is as far as I got with that. And at the same mail order, I found that one. The Final Sermon, Mike Howe's last one of the last gigs he played with Metal Church before his untimely death. Rest in peace, Mike Howe. Darcy did a video on that one, but his box set looked quite different. This one came out on Reaper Entertainment. It looks like that. The most stupid thing first. If you take off the lid, this is made of metal and you can hang it on the wall. So if you decide to hang it on the wall, you don't have a lid for the box. Very clever. Wait a second. Okay, the box. Darcy's box had some different stuff in here, in there. He had a cassette. This one doesn't have a cassette. It has the standard CD. It's got a Metal Church lanyard with a backstage pass. That is upside down. Good work. And the backstage pass also counts as the certificate of authenticity. So my number is number 49. Of course it has the LP version. Just a standard cover, a little bit wider. Enough space for 2 LPs. 2 inner sleeves. And both vinyl records look like that. So it's a fire splatter or whatever you want to call it. Really good quality. I like the pressing, done very well. Orange marble vinyl, so there is the hype sticker that came on the cellophane. If you pull out the inside, there you go, you got that again. And mine, I don't know if Darcy's had that. Darcy, write me in the comments if you see that video. We've got a book only about Mike Howe. Not too much written in here. These are photos taken over the years when he was in Metal Church, in Heretic. A lot of photos from his private archives. Here's Mike Howe's discography with the band and with Heretic. Newer live photos. Photos from the time when he reunited with Kurt Vanderhoof. Old photos from his first stint with the band. Really, really nice. The necklace he always wore. And this is just a little bit of the write-up and the photo credits. So, nice box set. First I had the black vinyl version, but then I decided to get the box set. So, that's it for my collection update. Did I forget anything? Great idea. So, I hope to see you at least on Friday the 13th on the Heavy Metallurgy channel when we do our creator ranking. And don't forget to watch the Almighty video on Mike's channel. So, until then, good night.